how are you doing at home? Welcome back to mathematics class. In the previous class, we learnt about numbers up to 9-digit numbers. Its place value, phase value, yes, Indian and international system of numerations. And what else we learnt? We learned the expanded form. We learned how to compare the numbers, ascending and descending order, successor, predecessor, how to form large numbers. And now let us move on to the remaining portions. Yeah? Children, there is some more to know about numbers. Under knowing our numbers, we learn how to compare different quantities, estimation of numbers, and Roman numerals. Under estimation, we learn estimating sum or difference and also to estimate product or quotient. Let us learn. Children, we are able to measure most of the things in our life, right? We can measure our height, our weight. What else? We can measure how much distance we traveled, the time. Yeah? So, now let us move on to measurement of large numbers and how to compare those numbers. So children, let's learn about measuring length. There are some standard units to measure length like millimeter, centimeter, meter, kilometer. Yeah? So, you already know this. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. 1 meter is 100 centimeter. 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. And how can we write kilometer in terms of centimeter? For that, we know that 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. Write the 1000 here. And what is 1 meter equal to? 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So we can write 100 here into 100 centimeter. This is nothing but 1 lakh centimeter. Similarly, the same one we can write in terms of millimeter. Here write the same 1 lakh down. And what is 1 centimeter? Is 10 millimeter. This value into 10, we have to just add a 0 here. This much millimeter. It is 10 lakh millimeter is 1 kilometer. We'll move on to measuring mass. What are the units to measure mass? Milligram, gram, kilogram. Yes? So, 1 kilogram is 1000 gram. 1 gram is 1000 milligram. And how can we write 1 kilogram in terms of milligram? We know that 1 kilogram is 1000 gram. 1000 gram. And 1 gram is 1000 milligram. So, into 1000 milligram. In place of gram, I have written 1000 milligram. So, what is 1000 into 1000? It is 10 lakh milligram. So, 1 kilogram is 10 lakh milligram. How do we measure capacity? What are the units for it? It is milliliter, liter, kiloliter. Yes, these are the standard units to measure capacity. So, 1 liter is 1000 milliliter and 1 kiloliter is 1000 liters. How can we write kiloliter in terms of milliliter? Write the 1000 here, and in place of L, that is in place of 1 liter, write this value, that is 1000 milliliter. So, in total we will get 1 kiloliter is 10 lakh milliliter. 1 kiloliter is 10 lakh milliliter. Let's move on to some examples of comparing two different quantities. For that, we have to make the unit same. Okay? First example is to compare 6 centimeter 60 millimeter. So we have to make the unit same. Let us make both the units as millimeter. Yes. So we know that 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. If 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter, what is 6 centimeter equal to? 6 into 10, that is 60 millimeter. So we got the answer. 6 centimeter is 60 millimeter. So 6 centimeter and 60 millimeter is equal. And now next example, 3 liter and 300 milliliter. Can we make both the units as same? We'll make into milliliters. Okay. 1 liter is 1000 milliliter. We know that, yeah? So what will 3 liters be? It is 3 into 1000, that is 3000 milliliter. Now we got 3 liters as 3000 milliliter. Which is greater, 3000 milliliter or 300 milliliter? Yes, it is 3000 milliliter. 3000 milliliter is 3 liters. So 3 liters is greater than 300 milliliter. So children, let us move on to next topic. Yeah? Okay. In our day-to-day life, we come across several situations where we have to use numbers, right? Maybe in a cricket stadium. We know that there were some 2,53,504 people over there. We won't tell the exact value, right? We tell there were some 2,50,000 people. Yes. And many other situations like this, maybe some money in our wallet. Yeah. We tell there were some 1,000 rupees or some 2,000 rupees or 10,000, whatever. What we do, we just approximate the value, right? That is called as estimation, and that's our topic. We'll look into rounding off to nearest 10, 100 and 1000. This is a topic which is familiar for you. Yeah? Here, I have an example. With the same example, we'll look into nearest 10, hundreds and 1000. Okay? The number is 2583. We have to find the nearest 10 to it. To find nearest 10, look into the ones digit. If the ones digit is greater than or equal to 5, we have to replace the ones digit with 0 and increase 1 for the tens digit. And if it is less than 5, we have to replace the ones digit with 0 and the tens digit will remain the same. Got it? So the example is 2583 and the ones digit here is 3. It is less than 5. Yeah? So we have to replace ones digit with 0 and tens digit is the same. And next example, for nearest 100. For nearest 100, look into the tens digit. Here the tens digit is greater than or equal to 5. It's 8, right? So we can increase 1 for the hundreds digit. So I have increased and replaced tens and ones digit with 0. So the nearest 100 to 2583 is 2600. And next for nearest 1000. For nearest 1000, look into the hundreds digit. Hundreds digit is 5, that is greater than or equal to 5. So what we have to do? We have to increase 1 for the thousands digit. It is 2, we have increased 1 and it has become 3, and remaining all the digits we have replaced with 0. So nearest 1000 to 2583 is 3000. So children, let's learn rounding off to nearest 10,000. I have two examples here. First example, 23,87,591. What is the nearest 10,000 to it? Look at the thousands digit. Here thousands digit is 7. It is greater than 5. Yes? So we have to increase 1 for the 10,000 digit and rest all will be 0. So we get 23,90,000. And next example, 8,61,392. Here look into the thousands digit. It is 1. 1 is less than 5. Yes. So the 10,000 digit will be same and rest will differ. So we get 8,60,000 as the nearest 10,000 for this number. How to round off to nearest lakh? Yes. I have an example. It is 3,45,678. To round off to nearest lakh, look into the 10,000s place. Here which is 10,000s place? It is this, right? 4. 4 is less than 5. So we need not change the digit which is in the lakhs place. So 3 remains same and rest all the numbers will become 0. So the nearest lakh to this number is 3 lakh. There are some situations where we have to take some rough estimate. Yeah? So let us learn how to estimate sum or difference of numbers. I have an example here. Find the estimate of 5,679 plus 12,345. For that, first you check which is the smaller number. Which is smaller here? 5,679 is smaller. 4-digit number. So we have to round off to nearest 1,000. Okay. Now we have 12,345. When we round off to nearest 1,000, we have to check the hundreds place. Hundreds place is less than 5. So 12,345 is rounded off to 12,000. And when we come to 5,679, look into the hundreds place. It is 6. It is greater than 5. So this number is rounded off to 6,000. We have already learned it, right? And now find the estimated sum of these two values. Find the sum of 12,000 and 6,000. What is the sum? It is 18,000. Now let us check whether the estimated value is good or bad. For that, you add 12,345 with 5,679. Calculate. What will you get? You get 18,024. So our estimate is good. We learned how to estimate sum or difference. Now let us learn how to estimate product or quotient. In case of product or quotient, what we have to do is, whatever value they have given, we have to round up those numbers to its highest place. Here 345, it is in hundreds. We have to round off to nearest 100. This number 48, it is in tens. We have to round off to nearest tens. That's the difference. In case of sum or difference, what we have done is we are rounding off the given numbers to the smallest digit out of all the numbers. Yeah. Here we have to round off to the highest place. So in case of 345, when we round off, we get 3 300. Yes, because the tens digit is 4. It is less than 5. So we are rounding off to 300. And when we come to 48, we have to check the ones digit. Here it is 8. It is greater than 5. So we are rounding off to 50. Now let us check the estimated product. Multiply 300 with 50. We get 15,000. And we have to calculate the actual product also. What is the actual product? Multiply 345 with 48. We get 16,560. Our next topic is Roman numerals. From smaller classes onwards, you're learning this, right? Here, Roman numerals are special symbols instead of numbers. In Hindu-Arabic numerals, we are learning about place value, right? But in Roman numerals, there is no concept of place value. They are symbols to represent numbers. There are 7 symbols. Yeah, you know that. What are they? Symbol for 1, symbol for 5, symbol for 10, symbol for 50, symbol for 100, symbol for 500, and symbol for 1000. Where do we see Roman numerals? You see in clocks, watches, and in books. To represent chapters, we use Roman numerals, right? Have you seen it? Now let us move on to some problems related to Roman numerals. Children, there is no symbol for 0. Okay? Let's move on to some rules to form Roman numerals. First one, if the Roman numerals are repeated, then we have to add those values. Here, M stands for 1000. M will stand for 2000. It is 1000 plus 1000. And rule number 2, if a smaller numeral is placed to the right of larger one, then we have to add those values. C stands for 100. So, and X stands for 10. So we have to add, we get 100 plus 10 plus 10, that is 120. And next rule, when a smaller numeral is placed to the left of larger one, then we have to subtract the smaller one from the larger. So we get 100 minus 10 as 90. Children, we can't repeat any symbols more than 3 times, and we can't repeat 5, 50 and 500 at all, and we can't subtract these 3 symbols from any of the symbols, and we can't write that symbols to the left of any symbol. And there are some more symbols. If we put a bar over 5, we can read it as 5000. And when we put a bar over 10, this is a symbol for 10, and when we put bar over it, we get 10,000. And L stands for 50, and when we put a bar over it, we get 50,000. And C stands for 100. When we put a bar over it, we get 100,000 or 1 lakh. In this video, we learned about comparing different quantities, estimation. Under estimation, we learned how to estimate sum or difference, product or quotient, and we also learned about Roman numerals. Yes? Hope you all understood. Stay home, be safe, happy learning.